What is that? Valentine. Oh, you mean today is February 14th? Well, I did not know about February 14th becoming a special day, especially in India. But I agree with you that I've heard about this day called Valentine's Day. I think it's about the compatibility of two people to relate to each other or to know each other uh, on one hand. On the other hand, because this Valentine's Day in India has been known perhaps only in the last decade. That's about till 10 years ago. We did not know much about it. But it's probably a nice culture for people to meet and people to greet. And I think they associate this to a time in the United States many hundreds of years before, when there was a ban, a ban on freedom of two genders to meet each other. This is what I think. One of the governors has put a ban that the boys should not meet the girls and the girls should not meet the boys, and it was regimented. It was not approved by the society and the governance. So the story I think I've heard is that a man called Valentine was considered as a saint. He played Cupid. He would do some matchmaking and he would protest against this draconic rule by the government that people should not meet each other, or a king, I think, a monarch, who said that the young people should not meet opposite gender. So the man Valentine was considered a saint, and he probably neutralized that system and made opportunity for a girl to meet a boy or a boy to meet a girl. And since then began a festivity or a celebration called Valentine's Day, where they relived the possibility of these people meeting each other. So the compatibility, what they probably consider with that generic terminology called love. So it becomes a day for love to blossom and cupids to start working and for people to come together. So this coming together could be infatuation in young people when they see somebody of opposite gender. So an excuse to meet and greet. They perhaps would exchange a greeting card or some pleasantries or gifts, chocolates, sweets, flowers, and soon became an industry to sell, to commoditize the whole thing, to monetize the sentiment of love or compatibility or infatuation. And the industry itself is also encouraging, because it has certainly a very good commercial and business angle into the celebration of Saint Valentine's. But then infatuation perhaps may not be very permanent. And another kind of compatibility would be need-based, that two people of opposite gender would see some kind of benefit in living together, or benefit in being with each other, maybe professional compatibility, intellectual compatibility, or industry compatibility. Whatever be the case, they like to be together. So this is a mature compatibility, which is not just infatuation, but based on reasoning, based on rationale of cohabiting or giving comfort to each other, or even convenience. A third type could be a compulsion, that one has to live with somebody else whether they like it or not. So it could be a social compulsion, it could be a domestic compulsion, or an economic compulsion, or even a moral compulsion, that some relationship should go on and on and on. So there is a dab of some niceties called Valentine's Day, where they can bring in some niceness about being together. It could be between two people who are 70 years old. They could still, they could still give a little meaning to their relationship. They could reinvent their memories, which they probably had in their early 20s when they first met, and they could even relearn of how to recreate that magic of relationship. These are some possibilities. Well, whatever be the case, I wish everybody well on this Valentine's Day, and but everybody needs to know that emotions are just emotions. So labeling it as something going to be permanently there, the emotions can change, but one needs to have a design and a plan to stay together or to be together, and they have to be approaching it in a very rational manner. So the industry can also survive, the culture can also flourish, and the people can thrive. Happy Valentine's Day.